When you log in for the first time, you should see a screen like this, which is essentially a dashboard. You could move around things like this, which doesn't matter to a website like yours. Most of this, yeah, you could ignore it. So this is the dashboard. What you want to do is go into products. So this is where you'll see a different products. You can edit products in here, right? I'm going to add a new product. And let me pull up your chat. So I don't know if what I'm going to do makes sense, but I'm going to upload it anyway, right? So TCS, Total Computer Systems, TCS, Total Computer Systems. It's up to you if you want to put in a product description. I'll show you where it goes after. So, figuring out what I'm going to put. It's okay. Let's just call it embroidered. It's easier to do this with one of your other products, you know. So, just for the sake of the example, like let's just say I had this product information here. It's easy to just add it in as a product description so people could see it. And I'll show you where it pops up after, but I'll remove this after because obviously it makes no sense what we're doing here right now. No need to put a price. We're going to disable that anyway. Product categories, let's make sure and categorize it so it shows up in the right place. So embroidered logos. And this part here is important, product image. So you're going to set product image. And you can either upload from somewhere on your desktop or phone or wherever. What I am going to do is I'm going to pull it out of your chat. So directly out of your chat, and I'm just going to set the product image. And I'm going to also do one more thing, which is the short description. I'm just going to put short description so you see where it goes. Your layout might be slightly different. I tend to customize mine, but I'm gonna just show you. You could just drag these around to wherever you feel it makes the most sense to put it so you could easily find them. Everything here is like you can literally just drag and drop the location of it. So all the way up there. You could drag around and customize your interface however you feel like you want to do it. When you finish, you hit the publish button. So this publish. And now we could view that product. All right, we should have a view products. Okay, I didn't see pop up for some reason. But anyway, what happens is we have the product name. This is where I typed short description, and this is where I would have put the main description. You could have multiple product images as well too. So what I could potentially do is, and I guess I'll do it this way so it makes a little bit more sense. I'm going to edit the product. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. And I could put something like embroidered logos. I'm going to remove the product description and I'm going to remove the short description as well because that's not necessary. But what I am going to do is something else, which I think you could be using for some of your products. So the product gallery, and I'll show you how that works just now. So let me just put a couple of these. Just going to drag and drop them on. Where did you disappear to? All right, so we have the Agricola. I wonder if I could, I want to make my window a little smaller so I could easily just do this. Right, so I could just upload them. I could upload this one as well. So it really depends on how you want your stuff to be laid out, right? I'm just showing you an example here. When I'm done, I'm going to hit the update button. I could close off this in the meantime. And now when I go to view that product, this is what happens. So they could see the main image, but then they also have this gallery. So they could swipe through the gallery and see different embroidered logos that you have. So this is just an example, as I said, right? I'm going to do one more example of another product, mainly because this was, well, just didn't really have much information. So I'm going to do one more, which is the majority of your products. So if you happen to be on this screen, there's new and products, or you could get back to your dashboard by hovering over the name of your website and dashboard. Same thing, they're going to do the same thing, right? Once you have this new, you could always have new stuff. So new product, new order, new different things. So we could do our new product again. And let's just say I wanted to upload, I don't know, let's just say this one, right? So style number, this one. So I'm going to make that the product name. I'm going to copy this description here. I'm going to use the short description because I just find for your website, the short description kind of looks like it makes more sense. Neaten up the formatting just a little bit. Um, right. This is a jacket or three-piece jacket. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a jacket. I'm just assuming. Again, for the example. So this is a jacket. And what I've been doing from your catalog is I've been screenshotting it because I really didn't have much to work with. So if you have the actual pictures, that will help you. So, and then I'm going to go into product image and I'm just going to put it on. So if you have it like on your desktop, wherever you could drag and drop, or you could upload the files by selecting file and go and browse for it, right? So you could browse for anyone. Once you have it, you press the open button and it uploads. But I'm going to cancel this because this obviously is not your product, right? So in that media gallery, look at this here. I'm going to set it as a product image. I'm going to publish it and I'm going to just click that to view it. And as you can see, this is what I just screenshotted. This is the description we just copied and pasted. This is the style number. So somebody could go in and you could probably put things like material and all those different stuff in here so they could easily just go in and see what it is. How that also works is if somebody goes into home, it should automatically update the professional uniform section. So that's one place they could see it. Second place is I'm going to change shop to something like catalog. I'm going to, well, this C collection is also linked to the catalog. Browse all uniforms is linked to the catalog, right? So that catalog, I need to rename this to catalog. The catalog shows up like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this read more into something like contact us. And I want this read more basically to go to the contact us page where they could easily see where they could call, send an email, etc. I also need to give you access to this email here, which, well, I need to create it still. So I'm going to create that. Any inquiries here in this form is going to go to this email address. So that way you have a professional email address so people could email you instead of a Gmail that sounds very generic. My account I'm going to remove as well because your customers would need an account based on the type of website it is. So as I'm here, let me just show you around as well how to operate certain other things. Now, I will more or less handle this part for you, but it's good every so often just check plugins. You'd realize there are updates available. Um, Themes as well are updatable, but all you know is this here will have a number next to it, and then it will have how many updates are available. These what we do as a company is we do an automatic update for major security updates for clients. So you won't really have to worry about that in particular because it will happen for you. We do that for major updates for you. Um, for this, if eventually you enable orders on the website, eventually we could enable this order section. For now, you don't need it per se, right? Um, Let me show you how to add categories because that is important. So under products, categories, I already added your categories for you, but let's just say we expand it out now into chef uniforms. We could just add it, chef uniforms. And let's just say under chef's uniforms, what will be a subcategory for chef's uniforms? Chef's hats. I don't know what you actually call them. The parent category would be chef uniform. And we can add the category and it now shows up there. If you need to get rid of a category, like what I just created, I'm just going to hit the delete button and delete them. What else again do I need to show you around in this? I believe for the most part, that is basically your rundown of the website. There's one other thing I would want to show you, which you could play around with as it makes sense. In pages and all pages, you are able to edit things like your contact page, your home page. So let me just edit the contact page to easily show you how to do that. So you're editing with Elementor. We're going to let Elementor load, and I'm going to just make it a little bit more full screen so I can see what I'm doing. So everything on this is clickable and editable. And let me show you around very quickly. So let's say we wanted to add a new phone number or change your phone number. We could now change this phone number to, let's add a new phone number. Let's put my phone number, 2641936. And now the number is there. And then I hit publish and it goes live immediately. Let's say we wanted to change the map to a new location. I'm going to click the edit button here. And I'm going to just put in a new location and it shows up in the map. We could zoom in the map some more, if that makes sense. We could zoom it back out to where it was before. And well, I guess for the most part, you could click here, just literally just click, and your edit section happens to be on the left. This is where you're able to do better formatting of it. But for most people, like because it is literally just click and edit, I could type from right here. I could literally just click from right here and start to edit. So email addresses, whatever. And we can edit from right there. However, this left-hand section here is where you get more control of your formatting and be able to really control in fine detail exactly what is what. And then when you finish, you hit the publish button. Wait, I need to remove this. So as I was saying, you could just go in here, click without any complicated knowledge. Hit publish, it's live. So for the most part, that is your tutorial. These are the major things you need to know about.